Okay, everyone, hello and welcome back to another episode of the podcast. Normally, I have a guest with me and I'm filming it at home, but today I'm in my college apartment and I don't have my normal microphone, so I'm just using a headphone jack. So, sorry about that one if the quality isn't as clear with the voice aspect of things. But I decided to film an episode talking about how I started YouTube, why I started YouTube, and why I call my channel what I call it, and how I became interested in doing what I do now because I get a lot of questions about that. And so I thought this is the perfect time to film a solo podcast episode. Usually I will have my siblings on it because they are a huge part of it, but I thought I'll do an episode talking about how I started YouTube and because obviously I have a different path than how my brothers did, and my sister, and how their YouTube channels go. So, anyways, let's get into it. So, I started Matchup, which is my YouTube channel. I think it was in high school. I think I was a sophomore or junior, 2018, I believe. So I think I was a sophomore, maybe. I think I was a sophomore. I always forget if I was a sophomore or junior. But so after my brothers gained a lot of following from their water bottle content and I saw how successful they were becoming, I, of course, wanted to get in on the action. I've always had a love for performing and entertaining because I did theater when I was younger, and my dream was to always be on a TV show. That was always my dream. I love acting. I love talking in front of people. I'm very much a, I would say, performer. I have a performer mindset a lot. So I don't get worried about public speaking, and I love being in front of the camera. So I decided I wanted to do something like that too. I had been watching YouTube for a really long time, but it's so hard to blow up on YouTube. It's not an easy endeavor. And so when my brothers were able to successfully do so, I thought it was the perfect opportunity to, if I ever wanted to do something on my own, to start when they are becoming super successful, because it'll help me also boost where I want to be as well. So I obviously wanted to do something kind of similar to my brothers a little bit so I can pull a similar audience, but also not trick shot focused completely, because trick shots are not easy for me. I would not want to film full on trick shot videos. That is amazing. I love how my brothers are so good at that and I love watching them. But personally, that is not my cup of tea. I love watching them. Filming the whole thing, could not do that. I'm much more of I like more challengey videos where you can film it and you don't have to be perfect at every single thing. And so I decided to pull that idea of friendly competition, healthy competition, and do something with my siblings, because I am blessed to have a big family with a lot of people who love to film and be part of my channel. So I started that. I started it with the silliest video. It was the baby food challenge. I look so young in it. It's kind of an ick now. But I did just guessing baby food with Matt and Isabel. And that was my first ever video. And I started out with two different camera views and all this stuff. My editing was not very good because I was just starting to learn the process of things. And obviously, as time has gone on, I know how to do thumbnails pretty well now. I know editing, I know timing, I know camera, filming a lot that better. So I've gotten a lot better. But when I started out, obviously, it was not perfect as any beginner would be. But I loved doing it. It initially was kind of complicated to do it in high school, because high school you have such a heavy homework load. And so that was where I did struggle in the beginning, was being able to film quality content. I could film, but it wasn't as good as I had hoped it to be. It would be quick videos that I could film after school. So finding that balance of being able to film content that I was proud of, and then school, and then extracurriculars, because I was playing competitive volleyball, I was doing theater, and then I was doing all classes all day. So it was hard at first to find a balance of finding time to film and edit. But I was able to do so. I was able to keep a consistent schedule. In the beginning, I posted 3 videos in 1 week because I was so eager to start my channel that I just kept posting and filming. But then obviously I was I need a schedule so that people know when to expect my videos to be released. And so that like I could develop an audience that was consistent. So I decided to start posting Wednesdays at 4. I thought it was a good time because people would be home from school. A lot of people, actually, like, depending on where you are from in the world, it depends. But in, like, where, like, Central Time, 4 p.m., which is where I'm from, is, like, the Central Time Zone. I thought 4 p.m. is, like, a perfect time because people are getting home, eating their snacks, starting their homework, and then, like, just having something after school I thought would be good for some individuals. Obviously, it comes out, like, in the middle of the night for others, depending on what part of the world you're from, but I saw other YouTubers that I used to watch, and they posted at 4 on Wednesdays, so I was like, I'll try it out, and it's been great. I've been doing it ever since. I think I've only missed probably like a handful of days where I've like completely forgotten. It's never that I haven't had a video, it's always that I've just forgotten to actually push upload. And this is like another really cool thing that some people don't know is that obviously I'm in college now, and so it's really hard. I don't live at home. To film videos at home is difficult because I don't want to always be going back and forth. So what I do is like over summer break, I filmed like 20 to 30 videos to post for the entire fall semester. So I had it all filmed over the summer. So it always looks like Wisconsin's warm, which I think is really funny throughout, like even into December, because it's summer content that I'm posting in December. And then I have a month-long break in like December to January for winter break at college. So like I get to just post or film a lot there and then post those in the spring. So that's what's super nice about having longer breaks. But then when I'm on those breaks, which are supposed to be breaks from like work, it's not really a break because I'm working. But obviously I love my job, so there's no complaints there. But like, yeah, so like over a winter break, I had to film a ton of content, which got like a little overwhelming. It always gets very overwhelming, I would say, because it's like I only have a short time period to film enough weekly videos to get me to May and June. Unfortunately, over this last winter break, I was super sick for like a really long time, so I could not film much content, which really put me behind. So I am unfortunately I don't have enough videos to get me till June, which is when I finish school and then start summer. Normally I finish in May, but I'm student teaching now. So I graduate in May, but then I have to continue to student teach until June, mid-June. So that's a bummer. So I have to have enough content up till mid-June. So like last week I went home and I filmed a video after I was student teaching from 7:45 a.m. till 4:15. I had school, and then I came home and filmed, and then I came home, edited and prepped and went to bed. So I have a very I have long days. I have very long days. But I am so like in love with YouTube and that job. It's like awesome to be able to do it, and just I love being in front of the camera. I have to say editing does get sometimes tedious and tiring. Like right now as we speak, I'm literally uploading a video that I filmed over winter break so I filmed this video in December, and it's now March 16th when I'm filming this episode, and I'm just getting to editing it now because I am student teaching, which means I am teaching a class every single day until June. So I have to prep all the work and grade and do all of that. So I don't have as much time as I had hoped versus when I'm just like in college doing college classes. I only have 1 to 2 classes a day where I have a lot more free time. Now I don't have much free time. So being able to find that balance has been difficult. But I also get a lot of questions about like what my future is going to look like because I graduate, and like I don't know like what the future is going to hold. Yet I am hoping to find a teaching position somewhere near home because I am set on continuing the channel. It's always hard to figure out like after these huge like turning points in your life, like I'm graduating college, like how does that affect where I'm at? Because like I started my YouTube channel in high school, I continued it through college, but it's different because I'm not working full time. I'm taking classes. Like now I'm working full time this semester, but ever since high school I was just like taking classes. So this is going to be a different thing. So finding that like balance and deciding of what is going to be best for me to not feel super overwhelmed, because when I do become a teacher next year and have my own class, there is so much time and effort involved in the education field. It is crazy. Like now that I'm teaching, like I'm not fully teaching yet. I start lead teaching in April, where I'm teaching every single subject for like over a month and a half. So I am the teacher for a month and a half. But right now I'm teaching 4 subjects, so not all of it, and it's still like a lot. And so the thought of having to do that next year is scary. Exciting. It's very exciting. Like I love it. I think it's so much fun. It's scary though, because I'm trying to figure out how to manage having 2 jobs, because YouTube is a full-time. It is a job. It takes a lot of time to edit the videos. It takes a lot of time to film the videos. And then now I started this podcast and I've been so busy, so I haven't had as much time as I had hoped to be filming these videos. So just being able to figure out how to balance that is like my biggest concern right now. But I am so like obsessed with this career, and that I don't want it to end even having a full-time position next year. So the good news is I'm continuing YouTube through the next year. Post-grad, I'm not letting that deter me from having a different job is not going to be something that has me quit YouTube. Like it's very nice that Tommy, my older brother, has like YouTube is his only job, so he gets to focus on that. But I think I'm going to be capable of balancing this teaching degree with YouTube. So that is where I'm headed in life. I'm hoping everyone's happy with that decision, because I think that I'm like so blessed to have this opportunity to be doing YouTube that I'm not going to give it up. Even having another full-time job, I think I'll be able to balance it. I'm a very like organized person, as you probably can tell, that I very rarely miss posting days, other than like when I'm literally like in the car like running errands on Wednesdays and I'm like, shoot, I literally have videos ready, I just forgot to push upload or schedule. So that's like the only thing I've run into. But I'm very excited to announce that I'm not letting my YouTube days end, because I think it is a wonderful opportunity to continue. I plan to stay near home after graduation so I can continue YouTube. I'm obviously like not set on staying in Wisconsin my whole life. If I could like go anywhere, I would go somewhere warm. I am such a like girl who thrives on sunshine and warm weather. So I would love to move elsewhere in the future, but having my siblings near me, they are like such a huge asset of my YouTube channel, and I don't want to, like if I move to Florida, I won't have any of them to help me with the content. So my plan is to stay in Milwaukee for the next year, find a teacher position, and then film a lot of content over the summer so that I have some for the beginning of the school year that I can just dish out, and then work on the weekends. That's my plan. I'm not going to have time on the weekdays because I'll be working a full-time teaching job, but I will hopefully be able to wiggle out time on the weekends to grab my siblings, film with them. Matt will still be here, which is awesome. He's always so willing to help me. So shout out Matthew if you're listening to this, for being the GOAT of always being willing to be in a matchup video, because not everyone is like that. Well, actually, no. They all are like that. But not everyone has as much time as Matthew has, is what I'm saying. They all, like, if I asked them to be in a video, they all would say yes. But not everyone has the time to do so. Matthew always has time because he is in college and only has, like, a couple classes a day. So he's really easy to snag out. But, like, obviously, Isabel, Colin, Owen, they're in school all day. So it's harder to find time with them. But I shout out to all my siblings because they're so willing to help me film, which I'm so grateful for all the time. But yeah, I am very happy that YouTube will continue. I'm going to continue the once a week posting schedule unless things somehow get overwhelming, which I really don't think they will, because I've been doing this for so long. Like, it's been, I think, 6 years of me posting every week, which is crazy to think about. Like, absolutely crazy to think about. also I'm like the fact that I'm in my family the channel that I think that has posted the most, which is crazy, like the most long form videos. So I'm very happy about that. The hardest thing I think at this point with my channel is coming up with the content ideas, because it is so hard to come up with the video to post once a week for 6 years without it being like too repetitive, but also like doing stuff that you guys like to see. So like obviously I filmed like all sports battles, and I did a bunch of horse videos, but I've stopped doing those because I did so many, and like stereotypes I did so many. So just trying to find, and if you guys have any video ideas, please comment them. I'm always loving to hear suggestions and recommendations from you guys, because they're always helpful. Like that's like honestly one of the hardest parts is just coming up with the content, and then always finding someone to be able to film it, and then finding time to edit it is always like a lot. But the thing that I was most proud of, and like showed me that if I could do that, I can do anything, is I like filmed 3 sponsored Nike videos, which I hope you all saw. They're already all posted on my channel, Matchup. I filmed those during first semester of college, and every year prior to this, I filmed all my content over the summer, so I never had to film during the semester. And last semester I had a really like tough course load. It was probably my hardest course load so far, besides this semester of student teaching, but it's not like Marquette classes, it's like teaching a 5th grade class. But I would say filming those sponsored Nike videos, I had to figure out time management to an extreme with that one, because it was a lot to edit those, and like obviously we had to be in contact with like Nike and all of that, and that was like the best opportunity. I am so grateful for that opportunity. And I was like a little worried about it being a lot for me because it was during the school year, but I was able to pull it off, meet all the deadlines, and I'm so happy about that. So I feel like that's enough to show me that I am capable of doing this even with a teaching position. So I know those are obviously different things, but I just want you all to know that Matchup isn't going anywhere, even though I graduate in 2 months, which is like the saddest thing and literally makes me want to cry every time I think about it, because I'm not ready for that stage in my life yet. And like college has been the best 4 years of my entire life. And everyone always says that, and I always thought it was fake, but it's so incredibly real. And the fact that it's coming to an end actually makes me so sad. And to everyone here who has not gone to college yet, and is planning on going to college, literally soak in every second, because it is so sad when it's ending. But I am still super happy that I have like YouTube to continue to have that same routine that I had in college and high school. So like not a huge things will change. I'm like trying to figure out apartment shopping. Like there's a lot going on in my life right now. Like the job search has been stressful. So lots of changes going on, but I thought it would be good to like update you guys on like where my channel's at, and then where my life is going to be, because it's going to be all over the place and there's a lot of uncertainty, but I'm obviously hoping for the best. I got to just take it one day at a time. That's what I always remind myself. But I just want to say thank you to everyone for following my YouTube channel, supporting me ever since sophomore year of high school, and every video that has progressively hopefully improved. Like in the beginning, they were really not that strong. Like I have to admit, like the editing was not great, but I'm so thankful for the people who have stuck with me to where I am now, where my editing has improved dramatically. So yeah, I just want to say thank you. I hope this update video was helpful, just telling you guys where I'm at in my life right now and where Matchup has progressed and where it's progressing in the future. But yeah, next episode I will be back with a sibling. I filmed 3 times with Matthew, and every single time I've had a technical difficulty, and they were awesome episodes. So stay tuned for my episode with Matt. It's going to drop soon. I have to film it for the 4th time now, but every time I filmed it, it was so good. And then the first time I filmed it, there was a camera error. Second time I filmed it, like Hannah came running in and was like being noisy, so I couldn't use it. And then the last time, the microphone cut out. So I've yet to do it with Matt, but stay tuned. But I will see you guys at the next episode.